What's up, guys? Jason Wardrop here, and in today's video, I want to break down how to start your business with absolutely no money, all right? And this could work if you have a social media marketing agency, if you just want, honestly, really any type of business. And this whole concept came to me actually this past weekend. I was talking with my younger brother. I've got a brother that's actually 16 years old. He's still in high school, and he goes to this charter school, and this charter school actually is really cool because I went to college and I studied business entrepreneurship. And some of the things he's doing in his classes in high school were things that I didn't do until, and like I was actually into my degree in college, right? And so one of his classes, it was a class very similar to the class I had. All you have to do through the whole semester is make $1,000, right? Like that's what your grade is based on. If you can go through, make $1,000. And so to go start the year, so like he just barely started this class this semester. What they did is on Friday, they gave every student a pine cone, right? So they give them a pine cone and they're like, okay, you have to return back and you have to have at least $50 in cash. Okay, so basically the idea is it's kind of like that game Bigger or Better. You have to go trade that pine cone for something else and then trade whatever that something else is for something else and then come back that next Monday with $50 of cash. And it was just basically to get them thinking creatively, right? And anyway, so the teacher, my brother raises his hand and is like, hey, so what's the most somebody's ever brought back? He's like, $150. And my brother, he's kind of funny kid. He's very confident in himself. He's like, well, I'm going to 10 times that. And so everyone's like, wow, you're going to bring back $1,500, right? Like, right, you know? So anyway, he goes and he takes his pine cone. And there was a few rules. You couldn't trade with like family members, or you couldn't trade with any teachers just if they were like going to go through and be nice with you. And I think you had to make like 3 or 4 trades of actual like physical goods, physical products before you traded it for actual cash. Okay, so my brother, he went through and he was getting really creative with it. He took that pine cone, right? So basically, guys, the whole concept of this is if you're creative, like there's nothing that should be stopping you. I mean, he literally took a pine cone. I'm going to walk through what he did. So he took that and they said, hey, you can't trade with teachers. And he was like, well, hey, I'm good friends with some people in the administration, like in the principal's office and all that stuff. They're not technically teachers. So he went over there and he's like, hey, I've got this pine cone, told him a little about the experiment. And this one lady in the office, one of the secretaries, I think, she gave him a half bottle of sunscreen. So it was like halfway used. It was, not that valuable. So she's like, yeah, here you go. Here's some sunscreen I'm not really using. And so then he takes his half bottle of sunscreen, and I'm not sure exactly. It was kind of hard for like when he was explaining to me, I didn't really get it, but it was like some like this like neon light up board that you have like letterings and stuff like that on it. So he traded the sunscreen for this little like dinky lettering board or something like that. And then he took the lettering board, and honestly, I can't remember. There was like, he had like 2 more trades. And then I can't remember what it was, but he took whatever that second thing, so he went, traded for the sunscreen, the neon lettering board, and then he had 1 or 2 trades in between there. And then he went to one of his neighbors and traded it for an old wakeboard that he had sitting in his garage. All of his kids had grown, they were gone. So he just is like, hey, here you go. I got this. Do you have anything for me? He's like, yeah, I've got this old wakeboard. I was cleaning out my garage anyway. I was going to get rid of it. You can have this old wakeboard. Now, the wakeboard still, I mean, wakeboards go, brand new ones go for probably like $500-600. So it's probably like a, $200 value there. And so what he did is he's been wanting to learn how to go through and remodel homes, do construction and all that stuff. And he's been working with this guy who's one of my good friends. And he's been kind of like, coaching him, teaching him through all the stuff. And so he went, and this was like genius, right? Like most kids, I don't think, or most people in general don't think about this. But he went and he went to this guy, and this guy is actually, he's a wakeboarder as well. He's like, hey man, I've got this wakeboard for you. I will give you this wakeboard, plus I will give you X amount of hours of my time. I don't remember what the number was. I'll give you this wakeboard plus X amount of numbers of my time for $1,500. Okay, now most people are like, man, $1,500, like that's crazy. Like, why would he give him? And what his answer was he's like, is that all you want? Like, is $1,500 enough? Okay, so anyway, he gives him $1,500 cash. He goes into school that next Monday. He shows up, shows the teacher, hey, I've already made my $1,500. Well, he made $1,500, which he only had to make $1,000 for the whole semester. And so now they're like jumping into their group team projects to go through and actually start their real business, right? So a few little things I want to kind of dissect and talk about here. So one, how to start a business with absolutely no money. Number one, guys, you got to get creative. Okay. You can start with nothing. I know people have done this experiment with like a paper clip, different things. You start with a pine cone, go out in nature, find a pine cone, find something and just go through and have a little fun with it. Right. The second core thing, okay, and this is huge, guys, is it's not always just when you're getting started, especially when you have no money. Like a lot of times if you're going to go, let's say start a t-shirt company, right? Like Nike was starting a shoe company. You need some money up front to go buy inventory to be able to sell your product, right? Well, what is the one thing that you can always sell and make money with without having to go invest any money in inventory? Your time, right? Okay, so my brother, he was genius with this, where he went through and he took that wakeboard, we had something of value still, but then he combined it with his time saying, hey, I will work for you. I will go through. He wanted to learn that skill set. He wanted to go through, dive in, learn how to go and find the right homes to purchase for the right deals, and then go remodel them, then flip them or rent them out or do whatever. I think he's wanting to go through and Airbnb some different homes and stuff. So anyway, guys, going through and trading your time in the beginning for money. And then as you go through and grow and you start saving up some money, then you can go take that money that you've saved up and go buy other inventory, maybe go buy ads to get more leads, to get more clients in or something like that. So the kind of leading to all this whole story, this whole example is if you're going through and you're like wondering, okay, how do I start a business with absolutely no money? What is the best business to start? Especially in 2018, how do I go through and leverage my time, my skill sets? What do I go through and invest my time in to learn? And I honestly think that the number one best thing to do when you're just getting started is going and starting a marketing agency, right? A social media marketing agency, and going through and helping different business owners generate leads, market their business, because that's key to any business out there. Every business needs leads. Every business needs more exposure. They need marketing. They need more advertising. Okay. In the meantime, while you're trying to get that core product, if you go to a business owner that already has some type of core product and just tell them, hey, I will help you generate leads. I will help you go market your business, get more exposure. All I got to do is give my time, and then you go buy the advertising. So you spend your money on the ads, and then you just pay me either hourly or like a monthly retainer or something like that. And you go through and start that business, and then you can start getting more and more clients. You get results for one client, you take those results, and then you market and you post all over social media about those results, and you get more and more and more clients, right? Now, what we've done is when I first started, this is kind of how I first started, guys. So like, I know it works because this is exactly what I did. I went through and I started getting marketing clients, and I knew that they all wanted leads. Okay. I knew they needed leads to grow their business. But my only problem is what I would do is I would go through and I would find, oh, this chiropractor needs help. I'll go help them. Oh, this real estate agent needs help. I'll help them. Oh, a dentist needs help. I'll help them. And I was going through and helping anyone and everyone because I just saw money, right? I just saw dollar signs. I was like, sweet. Like I'm just getting started. I want to start making some money. And so I would take on all these clients, but then it was tough because I couldn't go and say, hey, I got results for this chiropractor, and I couldn't take those results I got for the chiropractor and go pitch a dentist, right? Because he's like, well, I'm not necessarily a chiropractor. It's a little different, or I'm not a real estate agent, or I'm not a network marketer, or whatever business you're in. And so what I did to finally really go through and scale my business is I went and I focused on one industry. Okay, I focused on real estate, and I was like, okay, I know I can get results for real estate agents. I've done it before. And so I went and I took those results and I just focused on working with real estate agents. And I went through and every time I got more testimonies, more case studies, more results, I go through and post about those, let everyone know. And then I would just specifically focus on real estate and just go down that niche and able to go through and really grow my business with absolutely no money to get started. All right. Then from there, what you can do is you can go add on a back-end software, right? Where you can have like some monthly recurring revenue coming in. You can go add on some different offers. But initially, if you want to start completely from scratch, from the comfort of your own home, where you can live the lifestyle that you want and, not have any startup costs, you need to go through and initially focus on one specific industry, one niche, okay, and trade your time for dollars, okay? And then go through and start building that. Eventually, you can hire other people to help you and go through and grow that business, right? So anyway, guys, I actually put together a course on exactly what I have done to go through and grow my business, of how I went through, started my business completely from scratch, brought on new clients, was able to go through, build up that whole base, and then go and start a software company. And it's just gone through and grown a ton since then. So anyway, the link to that is down in the comment section. And if you guys like this video, if you found it helpful, if you like the story of the cool like pine cone story, all that stuff, make sure you guys like the video and comment down below. Let me know what you're doing to go through and start your business. And let me know some of the creative things that you're doing to go through, start your business with absolutely no money, all right? And if you guys are brand new to the channel and you're not subscribed yet, make sure you guys subscribe, because we launch a new video every single day, or at least that is the goal, to launch every single day on how to generate more leads, make more money, and grow your business, right? So anyway, guys, thanks so much for watching today. With that said, have an awesome day, and I'll talk to you guys tomorrow.